Hello, hello, good evening. I'm a little late getting on tonight, but it's been a busy day, but I thought I would hop on here for a short little stream. I hope everybody had a great week. Or if you did have a challenging week, I hope you have a great weekend and your Friday is going good. Tonight we're going to play a little more. I'm going to take another crack at 60 Seconds Reatomized because the first go around was quite challenging. Just waiting for it to load up here. I usually have the game started before I start the stream, but I hope also wherever you are staying nice and warm too. Know a lot of places are freezing right now. Oh, it's a little loud. Turn down the volume here a little bit. It's hurting my ears, so. Okay. Alright, so let's just go into Apocalypse. Maybe this time I'll try Dolores, and we're going to go for the easy difficulty. And let's get into it. Okay, so I learned last time that we gotta kind of scout stuff out before the 60 seconds starts. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sticky axe. Gonna need a gas mask. Nope, nope, I'm full. See what else we got in here. Ah, it's not what I wanted to grab. I need food and water, food and water, food and water. Oh, why does the kitchen have to be so far away? Ah! Oh, great, I don't have any time. Oh. Well, we'll see where we get. I don't even know what I grabbed. I didn't grab half the stuff that probably one would need. Ooh. Well, I got the radio, though. And the lock, miraculously. Well, let's see where this leads us. So here we are. The three of us are safe and sound. We just need to make it work from now on. We really wish it was the four of us. We vaguely remember stashing some things in shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turns out being messy can really work in your favor. So we did gain the lock, some bullets, and a map. Good thing we grabbed that suitcase. What we found inside will definitely prove useful. So there was bug spray and the radio inside the suitcase. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration strictly. This is the best stock shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Okay, so day 1, we're not giving anything. Play a game, they said. It will be fun, they said. They never mentioned picking one would be so much trouble. We played I Spy, and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. Dolores is quite calm in the situation. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Everybody's good, because it's only day 2. What's that sound? A galloping horse? We rushed to the door and were greeted by 2 men dressed like they'd come from a medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding 2 rocks and hitting them against each other constantly, while the other was skipping and pretending to be a rider. They said they're looking for some antique cup, but they got lost and they would be most grateful if we would let them check our map, provided we have one. Well, that's a Monty Python reference if ever I've seen one. I don't know. It's only day 2, and I don't know if this is going to do something to the map. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna not do it. Although we tried to decline politely, the guests were clearly offended. They galloped away, waving their wooden swords and screaming something about cutting down shrubberies. Absolutely crazy. Dolores has to drink. Everyone needs a drink. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. Okay, so they're thirsty. It's about time we choose someone to scavenge the remains of our town in search of supplies. Who will it be? I'm not going to scavenge right now. I'm kind of okay, but we will need to scavenge in a few days. Water. The trash can of ours is getting disgusting. The good news is we don't have much of an appetite when we see it, so we're saving some food. Yet for some reason we would like to tidy this mess up. Those giant green cockroaches are a pretty good motivator. Yeah, let's get rid of those. We dodged a bullet this time. That is, if a bullet was a huge, hairy, had 8 legs and a glowing head. Ooh. Hopefully we don't have to deal with them again. Dolores is doing quite well. Mary Jane says she's fine. Timmy is okay. Everybody's good. Where is a ball when you need one? We are really bored and we need something to occupy ourselves with. Too many hours of counting pipe droplets is not healthy. So let's use the checkers. A game of checkers, a cup of coffee, and a newspaper is all a 50s man needs. There's no coffee down here, and the paper boy probably got blown up. Yay, checkers! If there's one thing we need, it's water, 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 water. Okay. I'm gonna have to send somebody to scavenge. Wait, where's... Come on, with the gas mask. That way she doesn't get sick. Mary Jane went outside. We hope she hurries back soon. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to safety. A radio could help with this. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Nope. Nope. What in the hell are those sounds? Are they coming from the walls? They're driving us crazy. Is something crawling in the air vents? Relax, take a deep breath. We should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Maybe try something relaxing for a bit. Let's play some checkers. Telephone! Having someone made us forget about... what was it again? Dolores would really love to eat something. We should eat something. No, they're fine. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb. Yet here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? Wait, should we go outside? It's only day 10. I don't know, probably not. It's way too dangerous to just randomly run to a ringing phone in the middle of a radioactive ghost town. We're not taking any chances. It took a while before the ringing stopped. It was pretty annoying for all of us. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly. So we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we... Never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign from them. We made contact. The military is out there, and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Come on, MJ, come back with some water! Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon and life will be back to what it used to be, or else we might face dangers we've never dreamt of. Oh? Contact? I feel like contact. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with the shelter life, but we can't lose hope. What was that? Did the radio static just stop for a moment? Let's try turning on that signal. I'm not going for any world record right now or anything like that. Right now I'm just trying to survive. Because last time I played this, I survived for 54 days and then we lost. We perished, as the game says. Once we had waded through all the static, we found a transmission that was hosted by some nut talking about conspiracies and saucermen from Mars abducting people. It was pretty amusing. It's really weird when you get the feeling that something is watching you. Our shelter is tiny, but this has been bugging us for a while. We checked all the closets and no one was hiding there. Sorry. Is there something alive down here besides us? Maybe a rodent of some kind? If so, we need to show that we are the dominant species in this little paradise of ours. So let's Let's use an axe on it. Oh, MJ's back. MJ, what'd you get? Did you get water? We brought back the gas mask, at least. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe some more hiding somewhere in those nasty little holes. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. She kept the gas mask. The old library in the center of town was reduced to a huge pile of rubble. The only things distinguishable in the ruins were a few half-burnt bookshelves and the remains of the librarian's desk. Under the table, we found a lunchbox and... Okay, so she did get 2 waters. Some food. Wonder what we could have possibly prevented her from eating her lunch. The collapsed ceiling might have taken her appetite away. Under the debris, we found some water bottles. They're a bit dusty, but the liquid inside looks clean enough. The sturdy bookshelf protected some of the books from incineration. We ditched the great American novels and other classics and went straight for the Scout Handbook. Cool, I got the Scout Handbook. The last expedition got us thinking. Maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burnt out, but if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, perhaps we could build a vehicle of our own. We better keep an eye out for those on future expeditions. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much to us as Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down on her hen house. Too bad we don't have a photo of her, or do we? We put some photos into books a while ago after the giant coffee spill incident. So let's look for a photo in the old scout book. Oh look, we found a photo. Right here. Bingo! Our scout handbook holds more than a ton of knowledge useful in times of apocalypse. There are some photos stuck in between its pages, along with some crosswords. We are saved. Only a few of them are solved. Dolores has not eaten in a while. Okay, so dehydration, starvation, dehydration. Hungry, dehydration. Time to listen to radio chatter. Let's see if we get anything on the old radio. We were able to tune in and get rid of just enough static to listen to a very energetic and lively speaker. He seemed well informed and mentioned a few helpful tips that should make it easier for us to survive the next expedition. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Hello. Yeah, I just started playing it myself. Do you pronounce it Zinky Flow? Welcome in. This is only my second time playing it, so still a lot of experimentation to go. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, starvation. Starvation. I guess I do need to send somebody out. Send Timmy out. We are not doing so well on water. I look like a gamer mom. I am a gamer mom. Thank you. I appreciate that. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Dreadful silence is becoming boring, and like every happy model family, we don't want to have that many things to talk about. Let's see if there's anything on the radio. Ah, how fortunate we took the radio with us. We can probably listen to some music. They still play music out there, don't they? Dolores has not eaten in a while. Mary Jane is still tired. We thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing right now. No, I haven't ever gotten Mutant MJ. I think I tried last time, but MJ actually got injured and ran away through my last playthrough because I had no way to heal her. It was quite sad. I guess I could send... So I'll send MJ to go answer it. See if this yields anything. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. She's fatigued. How do you get her to not be fatigued? Let's see. We're able to catch the military broadcast again. This time they're asking us to get out with a flashlight and signal to their plane after it gets dark. If all goes well, they're able to find us. Sounds like we'll be leaving soon. Good thing I have a flashlight. Hey, everything was going as planned, but then the flashlight stopped working. It always works out like that, right? We were lucky to get it fixed just in time to hear the distant roar of the plane engines. Oh, thank you so much for following. We're pretty sure the pilot saw us. Let's see if they can get back to us. Hungry, thirsty, barely any strength left. Let's give them food. Ew, where did that green puddle come from? Oh dear, a pipe is leaking green goo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now, and no one packed a mop. So I can use a suitcase or the Boy Scout? Now, Mutant MJ's like purple. There's a chance. Okay, should I do the suitcase or the scout book? Or nothing at all? Do nothing? Okay. Mutant! I got it. Thank you so much! I didn't know you could get her from green goo. And I just got an achievement for that, too. Wow, that looks wild. We couldn't figure it out. We just assumed that's what a regular pipe would do in the event of a nuclear apocalypse and decided to ignore it. We've been feeling a bit funny today, though. Probably no connection to the pipe. What the hell? Mary Jane went to bed her normal self and now she's all mutated. Oh, Mary Jane, what happened to you? She's a survivor. That's what's happened. She can fight the bandits. Oh, awesome. We always thought life could be much better. That's before we got nuked. Now we think life could be much better. In a way that not much has changed. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. Come on, Timmy, please come back with some water. Today we were visited by a strange-looking little man who introduced himself as a trader. He insisted his prices are so low that it's practically like cutting his own throat. A little intense. The least we could do was take a look at his offer, although for some reason we don't really trust him. They offer a rifle. She can't be killed or kidnapped by raiders or bandits while scavenging. Oh, awesome. And she doesn't need water anymore. Cool. So having Mutant MJ kind of saves on supplies. They do offer a med kit for bullets, though. Well, I don't have a med kit, and so I'm gonna trade. I don't want to give up my map, so. Oh, Timmy came back. Awesome. With some wild hair and R.I.P. the gas mask. The weird man tried to make us buy fried cockroaches on a stick covered in some mysterious sauce. These snacks look pretty disgusting, so we turned them down, but we bought something else from him. He looked a bit disappointed. Okay. Gotcha. Send Mutant MJ next day and give her food. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe and sound. Half of our local city has been completely obliterated. The other half, however, looked promising, so we went to investigate the ruins. Oh, goodness, he got water. One of the surviving rooms was a small maintenance closet. The only thing inside was a bucket full of water with a mop standing in it. We managed to fill some bottles with the contents of that bucket. It does look a bit funny. We just hope it doesn't taste like soap. Ew. I know we're surviving an apocalypse, but come on. Our gas mask was damaged. We window shopped nearby parking lots for a vehicle that wasn't completely burnt out. Unfortunately, we found nothing of value. Okay, so give her food. Get ready for an expedition tomorrow. What we would give to be able to enjoy sunshine again. We can take care of ourselves. Timmy needs to rest. Dolores has barely any strength left if she doesn't eat tonight. Sending out Mutant MJ to scavenge. Mary Jane went outside. Timmy keeps falling asleep on his chair. He needs a few days of rest. Yeah, I hope she comes back with something good. 'Cause I did an okay scavenge, but I definitely missed quite a few things. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had moments to decide what to do. I believe this is the dog, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, doggo. Yeah, I had a working gas mask until MJ broke it. We decided to check what's coming for us with their flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired and we let it stay with us for the night. The next morning we opened the door and let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully it will come back. We're either going crazy or this entire shelter is crawling with little insects or worse. It's worse. They're spiders and not some miniature ones, but huge, furry, and very creepy beasts. We've got to do something about them. Well, I don't have the bug spray, and I already have Mutant MJ. Should I use the book? Maybe the book to squash him? Because nobody else becomes a mutant, right? They just get sick. Yeah, squash him. Okay. At least I didn't lose the book. A good book is the solution to any problem you encounter. This includes marauding spiders. A few precise hits and suddenly every spider is aware of the word decimation, what the word decimation means. We also found a misplaced soup can while hunting these pesky spiders. Oh, so we gained a soup out of it. Cool. Hungry. When we opened the shelter door today, we saw a letter lying on the ground. It was a cry for help from a group of friendly survivors nearby, or at least that's who they claim to be. They're asking us to bring some supplies over to a set location, and they're giving us their word that will not regret our generosity. Are we sure it's not bandits? But, I mean, let's try to be nice. Hopefully they're not bandits. We arrived at the location and met the people who sent the letter. Twin siblings, a brother and a sister. They were taking care of a group of survivors, mostly children, elderly, and injured people who can't scavenge themselves. Okay, so we were nice. I have to get off now. Okay, have a good night. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your help. They're taking care of a group of survivors. They told us that they're searching the town for any and all good and decent people in hopes of maybe uniting their strength and making everybody feel safer and cared for. They thanked us and promised to stay in touch. How nice. Let's see. Fatigued and hungry. Starving. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just one can of soup, we can get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? Oof. It's chilly. No, because I mean, I'm not low on soup, but I don't like. No. Who's knocking? Stop knocking. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. As we were considering alternatives to the canned soup diet, a sudden knock at the door broke our line of thought. It turned out we were visited by a band of survivors who were in pretty bad shape. All they wanted us to get something to drink, a bite to eat, or at least clean bandages and medicine to attend to their wounded. I guess I can spare soup. Our visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude. Many tears were shed, smiles and hugs exchanged, and they wished us all the best. It's a great feeling to be helping someone out. They left soon after to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. We hope they make it out of there. Come on, MJ, please come back. We couldn't get a clear signal from our radio until midday, but after we tuned in on a military broadcast, we were left speechless. Not only did they not deliver on the evacuation promise, they also ordered us to dispose of all of our firearms before the military arrives to save us. Who asks such a thing of an American? Who? My gosh, who? Why would you dare say that? Since we didn't have a gun to begin with, soldiers shouldn't have any issues with us. Yep. Barking at our doorstep could only mean one thing. Our dog friend is back. Not caring for hazards of the wasteland, we rushed to open it, and there he was. The poor thing seems tired and starving. We should share some of our food with him. Okay, this is the last time I'm giving out a can of soup, though. Everything else needs to be rationed. Yay! MJ came back. What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? The dog was back to his former self in under an hour. We don't know what they put in that soup, but man, that stuff is good. We decided the dog needed a name, and the right name for him was Pancake. Come here, Pancake. Who's a good boy? Pancake stayed around for a while, but was gone the next morning. We can bet he will be back. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Okay, so she found a can of soup and 2 bottles of water. Okay. So this is what has come down to, sitting idly in the shelter with very few supplies and a growing sense of impending doom. If only there was something we could do about it, like breaking into our neighbor's shelter. We know the lock is broken, and we saw her restocking the shelter before the bomb fell. Should we go and check it out? She and her children probably didn't even make it there, right? Yeah, let's go scavenge at the... Let's go steal from our neighbor. The dark side, show your evil self, is the achievement I just unlocked, by the way. But what did I get out of it? Did I get anything out of it? I got 4 cans of soup. We are now richer in some supplies, but for some reason we don't feel very good about it. Let's just never mention this whole thing again. We're feeling pretty optimistic about today's expedition. The only thing left to do is choose the right person to do it. Gonna send MJ. When someone knocked on the door, we were suspicious and cautious, but after a few minutes of talking, it turned out it was a group of old ladies who were at a tea party not far from here when the bombs dropped. We thought it would be good manners to talk to them face to face. When we opened the door, those old bats attacked us with their umbrellas, canes, and something that looked like a spiked table leg. We need to fight back. Let's fight back with the axe. Oh, and that... There goes our axe. Some axe action was enough to send those cowards running. Bet your ass they will be back. Vermin like that are never long gone. They crawl out of shadows when the night comes. Let's keep our axe sharp. Except we lost our axe. A woman came by with a creature she claims is a camel, provided that camels have 5 legs. The animal is carrying a pack of goods for trade. Offers 1 bottle of water in exchange for checkers, radio. No, we're okay. In the end, we decided her offers were not for us. Maybe another time if she ever comes back. Sammy, you need to, like, I don't know, go to sleep, sir. There was another military announcement on the radio. The soldiers are nearby and ordering a single person from each survivor group to meet them and outline the group situation. This is a bit odd. We do hope they mean well. It's still pretty much the only thing we can do, so it's probably worth sending someone over. Go on, Timmy. Go do something with yourself. We made it to the meeting. The serious-looking soldier asked us a few questions, made some notes, and told us that they would get back to us. We can only hope we made a good impression. Too bad our Sunday best didn't make it through the explosion. We're a regular family, so we have the occasional argument or two, but it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's just hope this won't last too long. I mean, when you're kind of confined to a bomb shelter... Yeah. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Pancake came back today, very agitated about something. He really wanted us to get out and follow him somewhere in the neighborhood. This seems a bit risky, but maybe Pancake's on the trail of something big. What gear should we take? Let's take the map so we don't get lost. Hopefully this doesn't lose us the map. And MJ's back, hopefully? Yay! Okay, what do we get? Lots of soup. A well-prepared hiker always takes a map. That's what we always say. Thanks to our trusty atlas, we were able to take a look at the devastation of our town and get back home, or rather our shelter, just in time for dinner. Pancake tagged along for a while, but left before we got to the bunker. Before we got back, we were able to take a detour and get some cans locked in a car. Good thing we did some reading about car mechanics in the Scout Handbook. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning. And blah, 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 blah. Bug spray, can of soup, 2 waters, blah, blah, blah. Since we get so much food, I'm gonna go ahead and feed everybody. We found some weird mushrooms growing on one of the walls. Food shortage is no laughing matter, so maybe... No, we're not gonna eat the mushrooms. I don't want anybody to get sick. Dolores is looking a little down. We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. Dolores would really love to eat something... Da, 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 da. Alright, this is how we're gonna get through this with mutated MJ, I'm sorry. Sorry, I keep adjusting my jacket here. It's just chilly. I'm sure everybody's a little cold right now. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's 11:30 at night where I am right now, so I apologize for that yawn. One of the cupboards in the shelter was a bit shaky, so we pulled it out to give it a new home. In the process, we discovered a secret door. Where does it lead? No idea, but let's find out. Take our flashlight. Okay, we didn't lose the flashlight. Good. We inspected every corner of the room and found nothing. Well, that was a waste of time. That sounds like that would be my luck. Yeah. Okay, dehydration. We tried to keep track of dates, but they just don't add up. Luckily, Timmy remembered it's his birthday today. We should get him a present, or a cake, or both. So it's settled. We're making a soup cake, but what about the gift? We'll give him the Scout Handbook. Someone's tapping at my chamber door. We don't know if Timmy is ever going to be a Boy Scout after the apocalypse, but the Scout Handbook is a deadly spider-killing weapon in his capable hands. He's having fun. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside the door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. That sounds super sus, so I'm gonna say no. We stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was a wise thing to do. Let's just hope they don't come back in greater numbers. Some nasty, mutated raccoon-like animal shows up around the shelter door almost every night. We tried to sneak up on it, but it jumps away, and hides as soon as we open the door. Thankfully, we took the scout book with us. There are instructions inside on how to make a basic trap using a box and some string. We don't have an empty box laying around, but we do have a suitcase, which should work just as well. Let's trap it. As soon as we heard the suitcase snap shut, we jumped outside to see what we caught. Well, the animal managed to escape, but it did leave a full can of soup behind. Oh, nice. Because we gotta feed these people anyway. Yeah, I'll just give her. Fine. Oh no, Pancake came back, but he's badly wounded. Some bastard is trying to catch him, or worse. We need to act fast and save him. Give him the first aid kit. You know what? We gotta save the dog, y'all. Gotta save the dog. Friend in need. Find a new friend. Aw, isn't he cute? Look at that. It took a while, but we were able to patch Pancake up. We're not letting him go this time. Do you know what love is? We sure know. Loving your dog. Today during breakfast, we were startled when our map slid off the wall. We checked the nails holding it, but they were all firmly in place. It could be a poltergeist. Maybe we need to perform an exorcism to get rid of it. Anyway, in the wall behind the map, we discovered some sort of safe. We're curious as to what treasure might be inside. Should we open it? YOLO. Oh, and MJ's back. Okay. Ooh, what do we get? What do we get? That was terrifying. As soon as we cracked the safe open, the lights went out, and for a few seconds we were left in complete darkness. When it was over, we noticed that some of our supplies went missing. Darn that ghost, so we lost a can of soup. MJ came back with 2 waters. Okay. We woke up to the sound of banging on our door. Someone has been at it like there's no tomorrow. In a manner of speaking, that might be true. Shall we open the door? Since we have Mutant MJ home... Yeah, let's open the door. Rescue time. Oh! Okay. Is this good? We made it. We got rescued by our brave military. We honestly shed tears of joy when we saw those handsome uniforms covered in radioactive goo. Let's hope this is the end of our desperate survival and we can finally have a fresh start. Alright, we spent 50 days in our shelter. Alright. We did it. You survived. I had 5 successful expeditions out of 5. All right. That was awesome. That was awesome. Alright, and I'm actually gonna, let's see. Oh, I got quite a few of the, achievements here. That's awesome. New species. Alright, so I'm actually gonna call it a night here, guys. I do have to get up early in the morning. I just wanted to jump on and see if I could get a win out of 60 seconds. I'll probably get back on tomorrow and play some more 60 seconds. Maybe try different combinations of characters and see if we can last. Maybe my goal tomorrow will be 75 days. We'll try 75 days, see how long we can last with that. So I do want to thank you for watching this stream. Do drop a follow, same name, Red Dragon Witch, on TikTok and YouTube. And I do hope all of you have a wonderful evening. And again, thank you so much for watching. And stay warm. Definitely stay warm. Have a good night.